Alright, all you future X Game champions out there, welcome back to Under the Radar. And now it's time for us to check out which one of you crazy stunners out there is gonna learn the new limits to stunning or possibly get inducted into the Metal Militia as we leap into another Hoop of Fire edition of the Wild World of Stunts. And the first stunt that we have up comes from the femme fatale herself, Vinewood on Fire, with their said stunt, presenting my parkour summer edition. And during this training course for her future stunts in the world of stunts, she would have a big, oversized obstacle course set up through not only Vinewood Hills, but downtown Los Santos itself, not only using a Blazer Aqua to jump into the course, but also doing a high dive into this underwater course to swim for about, the maestro said, about 1:30 underwater, trying to make her way through this course successfully, only to jump up on the top of the platform, use a rock climbing path, then would make her way on over to what appeared to be a Ninja Warrior / MXC platform, the platform course that she made, then would go from there to her Blazer Aqua to a motorcycle, then transfer over to an airplane or a miniature plane with a sail on the top of it, then would go from that onto the rooftop of a 20-story tall building, maybe higher, we don't know, we don't have a measuring stick, then we'll go back to her Super Mario ways from platform to platform, then Pete Townsend slide her way to the other side of the roof, jump off, use a parachute to make her way to downtown Los Santos, and then eventually make a splish splash into someone's swimming pool for her makeshift finish line, only to celebrate herself with a good old thumbs up. Not bad. Not bad at all. And to make things even better, folks, she actually linked the actual course for you fans out there to try yourselves. No, Maestro, no, you can't try it. You might hurt your hip. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that long explanation out of the way, the next stunt that we have up comes from Harsh P13295 with their stunt, Car Fall. And during this stunt, Mr. H, as he would like to be called, would decide to go to the rooftop of the Maze Bank Tower to do a couple of donuts in his very expensive Porsche, only for him to actually release the brake and go full throttle off the building, doing a front flip directly into a gyroscope and then into not one, not two, not three, but 4 separate barrel rolls to land on the city streets below, perfectly on all 4 wheels like what, Maestro? Like a glove! For him to just drive off like nothing happened. And the PR department, along with the doctors and the Maestro, all slack-jawed of how cool this is, but hey, we said this was the month of extreme, and we knew you stunners out there were gonna step up your game, so this is exactly what I'm talking about. Giving it a 10. If I could get about 100, I would. Anyway, the next stunt that we have up comes from the stunner, Green Mug, nice name by the way, with his said stunt montage. And I'm really enjoying all of you crazy stunners out there coming out with all these stunt montages, but to explain them for the wild world of stunts, a little difficult, yet fun. Because during this said stunt montage, you would see Green here, or GM for short, not General Manager Maestro, actually doing a couple of crazy stunts to the makeshift airport that's in Los Santos, the tiny one just before you go to the Los Santos International Airport. He would do a very impressive 365-foot moonsault directly into that airfield from the street itself. But if that doesn't impress you folks at home, this guy would end up going all the way to the skate park section of Los Santos and ride up that makeshift skateboarding ramp and pull off a medley, flare, heading right directly into the side of a building, pulling off a medley landing with both wheels touching the ground like nothing happened. Like what, Maestro?
Like a glove?
For him to just rev his engine and drive off like nothing happened. And the PR department, along with the Maestro's, wondering how in the world he did not injure himself at the speed and velocity he hit the side of that building with that medley landing on that skate park. And according to the doctors, he only fractured his wrist. That's about it. The bike is fine. Well, with a fractured wrist, I guess that's the only thing that he's gonna really have to complain about. I thought he would have gotten hurt worse. And speaking of people who may have gotten hurt worse, the next stunt that we have up comes from the stunner Sambala with their said stunt, Officer R.D. Neck, which I think is short for Officer Redneck, but either way, this guy is top-notch in our books, because not only he was able to pull off a flare onto a 50-50 grind while trying to patrol the city streets, but he would also impound the car from the guy from the Fast and the Furious, which I do believe his name is Toretto, and actually use that car to jump onto the highway and land on all four wheels like what, Maestro?
Like a glove?
Then would go on to the beach and do several power slides, barely hitting beachgoers, and all while stepping up his game for his final stunt, which would be him trying to pull off a double moonsault and land directly into the woods, only for his car to lose control and for one of his back tires to kick up a little bit higher than what he hoped. And not to mention he wasn't wearing a seatbelt, which made this even worse, because he would get launched out of his car, flying down the mountain. His car would go tumbling after him, and when the second he hit the ground and thought everything was over, that tire from the car smacked him right directly in the side of his head. Ouch! Ouch! And according to the x-rays being held up by the doctors over in the corner, yep, his skull is fractured and his brains are scrambled like eggs. Like what I'm gonna most likely eat in the morning after the show's over. Jesus. And yeah, for those who are also wondering, he's suffering from a concussion too, and he had to be airlifted to the hospital in Los Santos, where he's hopefully gonna make a speedy recovery after that stunt that went wrong. And according to the doctors, he injured more than his head. He also separated his shoulder, dislocated his ankle, and I do believe cracked his shoulder bone in two on his right side. Yikes! That sucks! That tells you folks, always wear seatbelts when driving. And the last but not least stunt, straight from the film reel, comes from none other than Benji Copper, nice name by the way, with his said stunt, Once Upon a Time Before Hollywood, Rockstar Editor Part 3 of 12, or simply known as, on the Rockstar Socialclub page, The Stunt. Yeah, I know, Maestro, we should have went with that title instead. But nevertheless, folks, Benji Copper, or better known as Benji the Proper Copper, professional stuntman making his way to the movie set to film the film for Once Upon a Time Before Hollywood, where he would have to do his famous stair jumping scene for the said movie. And the director, whose name was Dave, would say, "Alright, love, make sure you go down them stairs. Do your regular jump. We can do this in one take. I know how proper you are. Go ahead and land those stairs, Proper Copper." So Copper revved the bike. The director gave him the thumbs up. He went flying down the road, or down the set, made his way to those stairs, decided to get a little bit cocky on the way down and try to do a wheelie. Big mistake, because right after that, next thing you know, he would fly right off that bike and then would hit right into a security guard while his bike would land and hit two other gaffers who were over in the corner trying to record the sound and taking them out by the knees. Ouch! Ouch! And the director would say, "What the bloody hell was that, mate? What are you trying to do, kill our set people? Get out of here, you're done for the day." Not even saying cut, that's a wrap, that was all on tape that they sent in to us for the Wild World of Stunts. And for those who are wondering out there, Benji is perfectly fine. No bumps, no scratches, no bruises, because he's been a stuntman for so many years, he's used to taking these type of falls. Now, the security guard, on the other hand, that he cross-bodied on the way down after falling off his bike, he's suffering from a broken ankle and 2 cracked ribs. And the gaffers, well, according to the doctors over in the corner, their legs are broken. And the one on the right, he broke his arm, and the other one got crushed by the bike, so yeah, he's missing a lot of skin on his back after that because of 3rd-degree burns from the heat of the engine after it slid on top of him. Ugh. I can only imagine how painful it's gonna be for him to sleep for the next couple of days, or months. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out any other crazy stunts of people trying to get themselves maimed for unnecessary fame, you can head on over to the socialclub.rockstar game page, only known as socialclub.rockstargames.com, and just head on over to that makeshift video page to check out a whole bunch of crazy stunners who are putting their lives on the line to take things to the extreme and most likely take themselves to the hospital. One straightway trip, no stops or anything, because you know the ambulances don't stop for nothing. And I guess with that said, folks, we might as well head back to the music, and when we return, we'll be back with another edition of the GTA Online Top 5 Tracks of the Week right after this. So don't touch that dial just yet, folks, and stay tuned.